We handcraft every Stearns and Foster using the finest materials.
All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. This GMS Cleveland. We got a special guest from Chicago, Elder Big Guy, and it's the Purim. It came in last night. And today the second day, the 14th day according to the scriptures. Lord, why don't we go just get started? But we can open up with that. Esther, jump to the Esther 9, jump to the 15th verse. Because the Purim was going into what? It was going into the deliverance of the Israelites, mainly the southern kingdom, out of the hand of these other heathens, man. Because who was ruling that time period? The King Xerxes, Xerxes the first, or another in the scriptures he's known as Ahasuerus, and he was ruling, and you had Haman, which was a Amalekite, an Edomite from the tribe of Amalek. He tried to take down the Israelites. He tried to destroy the Israelites, man, because he caught a temper tantrum that because Mordecai wouldn't bow down unto him. So basically, just to sum it up, hey, the Lord had the Israelites go to war with those heathens that's going to take down the nation of Israel and hey, deliver the heathens into their hands, man. But you grab it.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 9, and verse 15. It says, "For the Jews that were in Shushan gathered themselves together on the 14th day also of the month of Adar."
And and this the foreshadow of things to come, man, because that's what's going down now. Esau, Edom, but we call him Brad, but Esau, Edom, he want everybody to bow down to him now. That's what his whole new world order is about, man. And what's gonna happen? He gonna come down with great wrath, and try to take out the Israelites, but specifically aiming towards the elect. But that plan is not gonna work. It's gonna come to naught, just like it did in the time of Esther, man. The whole devices that Esau had set up then came to naught, and that's the same thing that's going to happen now, man.
Hey, let me just slide this one in real quick. This is Romans 8:31. What shall we then say to these things? If Yahweh be for us, who can be against us?
That's right.
So, with the Lord on our side, man, we was just going into, fear and not pretty much worrying about nothing, man. Because if the Lord is with us, man, we straight, we good,
That's right. With the fear of the Lord comes a sense of invincibility, right? You're invincible to the things that the world can throw at you because you got your fear in the Lord, man.
That's right.
Quick precept interjection, and I get right back. This is from our forefather, King David, Psalms 3 and 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Yahweh, save me, O my power. For thou hast smitten all my enemies upon the cheekbone, thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, thy blessing is upon thy people. So that right there, he said, that was our forefather David. Said he would not be afraid of 10,000s of people.
And that teeth going to their might, their power. The Lord had broken down their power.
So he did it in time past, he gonna do it again, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother. I got it.
You got it, Bakar.
It says, and slew 300 men.
Just
This is
you
back in
call it
Esther
back out.
chapter 9, verse 15. This is and slew 300 men as Shushan, but on the prey they laid not their hand. Verse 16. But the other Jews that were in the king's provinces gathered themselves together and stood for their lives and had rest from their enemies, and slew of their foes 70 and 5,000, but they laid not their hands on the prey.
Right, and see, you always had a remnant that stood for the nation, man. Because you got a lot of cowards in Israel, a lot of sellouts that just go with the flow of whatever the heathens got set up. But you always had a remnant that stood up for the nation, even in the time of hardcore slavery, man. And even in today's time, starting with the apostles, elders, great millstone, all the way down, we standing up for the nation, man. You know, we telling you who the enemy is. We telling you that you a Israelite. You know, hey, we warriors out here, man. You know, while everybody we just being punks and shit. You know, hey, just put little pussies and shit. We warriors out here standing up for the whole nation lives, man.
Right. And what the scriptures say that the Lord has reserved 7,000 men that have not bowed the image, the knee to the image of all. You know, so like Ricard's saying, there's always been a remnant that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. Even at the time of Nebuchadnezzar. You know, Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael didn't bow when the sound when it came time to do. They didn't do that. Shalom, you know, they didn't they stood stiffly, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the same things that the elect is doing right now.
Well, right, and that's the spirit because you mentioned the word stiffly is actually mentioned in the book of Second Ezra, the second chapter. And our Lord and Savior Yahushua Mashiach, when on the second coming, when he come back to retrieve, and I'll use a better word, to redeem the elect of Israel, the 1/3 of you Negroes, Latino, David, Silver, Indians, the Heavenly Father's coming with a reward for those individuals that stood so stiffly for the name of the Heavenly Father pursuant to the scripture. So you got certain brothers, they gonna stand. Oh, right. Cause Mordecai, he's a prime example. We going into the Purim right now, right? Mordecai, he stood stiffly. You hear me? He stood stiffly. So you better believe Mordecai, he's one of those elect. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I guarantee. You see what I'm saying? Mordecai, he one of the elect because he stood stiffly. You know what I'm saying? Cause even Mordecai, he was mentioning about how he wasn't doing it out of pride. I got it. Let's
This Esther chapter, the editions of Esther,
yeah,
Apocrypha,
yeah,
chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It said, "For thou hast made heaven and earth, and all the wondrous things under the heaven. Thou art Lord of all things, and there is no man that can resist thee, which art the Lord." Verse 12. Thou knowest all things, and thou knowest, Lord, that it was neither in contempt nor pride, nor for any desire of glory, that I did not bow down to proud Haman.
yeah. Speak on that, Slug.
Right, he did it because he reverenced Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, first and foremost, man. Okay, it talks about in I believe Psalms 118 that basically not worship, not honoring, not so like it's escaping me right
Psalms
now.
118. Not trusting men.
Yeah,
It's the word trust in particular. I think is that Psalms 118 like 108, 109. No, you're right. Get it for the brothers.
Put that confidence in.
That's it. Put that confidence. Yep. We just gonna get it for the brothers of jog his memory. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Psalms 118:8. It says it is better to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua than to put confidence in man.
Right, because I obviously Haman wanted what? He wanted worship, and Mordecai knew that, and he worshipped Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua rather than man. That was the thing. All right, and we coming in that same spirit because Esau Edom, he want us to bow down to his MOCD because that's what he's gonna come with. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, we're spiritual Mordecai.
Yeah, like what I said, Mordecai is a prime example of standing stiffly for the name. Matter of fact, look at the word stiffly up.
I guess we'll put you
Like a pillar. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is in relations to Mordecai and him standing stiffly. That's like a pillar, bro. Go ahead,
It's Jeremiah 17:5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord." All right, and we got a lot of our people that's in that spirit, man. All right, but like the brother said, Mordecai, he wasn't in that spirit. You know, he trusted in the Lord with all his heart. You know?
It's a little bit more on this edifying. Verse 13, editions of Esther, chapter 4, verse 13. It says, "For I could have been content with good will for the salvation of Israel to kiss the soles of his feet." It said, verse 14, Right, because obviously him not bowing down, that's what made Haman attack all of Israel. So he's saying for the salvation of Israel, if I had known that this would have come to this, I would have did it. But it say verse
But it was all the will of him.
Calm.
It had to play out,
right.
play it out because those, you know what I'm saying, according to prophecy.
And that goes to show you how our people actually loved our people then too.
Right, because even Apostle Paul, he said something similar to what Mordecai said in relation to Yahweh Shai. He was talking about he would have been a curse, roughly paraphrasing for the nation. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
It says verse 14, but I did this that I might not prefer the glory of man above the glory of Yahweh. Neither will I worship any but thee, O Yahweh, neither will I do it in pride. So, you know, we humbly serve Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah with full confidence, which is faith.
Instead of doing it in pride, if I may, instead of doing it in pride, he did it in fear.
Yeah.
Right? That's what urged him to, he feared, you know, the Lord more than he feared that king. Right?
Yeah, Paul, Salaki, not Paul. It was during the time of the Acts of the Apostles.
I got it right here.
Peter them were talking about we were to obey.
Yeah, I got
Read
it right
that,
here.
and then we're going to get the precept that McCart called for. You got it.
Started 27. It said Acts 5 and 27. It says when they had brought them, they set them before the council, and the high priest asked them, saying, did we not straightly command you that you should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have filled your rational with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles
And
answered
the name, let's mention the name that they was preaching in.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. That's the name they was preaching in. You see? Go ahead.
Then Peter, Acts 5 and 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men.
There it is. So that's the position that Mordecai was taking. That's the stance that he was taking against Haman the Agagite. You see? Cause that motherfucker wouldn't be around if it wasn't for our forefather. If he put the nigga to flight like the Lord told him to do. You see what I'm saying? You know? So go ahead, Bakar. What precept you had?
This is Esther chapter 9 and verse 17. It says, on the 13th day of the month, Adar, and on the 14th day of the same rested day, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. Verse 18, it says, but the Jews that were at Shushan assembled together on the 13th day thereof, and on the 14th day thereof, and on the 15th day of the same, they rested and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
That's it, right? Because that's what it's going to be in the kingdom. You see, this is a high holy day. You know what I'm saying? Majority of our high holy days, that's what they consist of. You know what I'm saying? A liturgy. You see, you go into the word liturgy, it's like a public ceremony, like a ceremony that you're putting on. So it's going to be, you see, it's going to be a feast, man. Right? Because the scripture talk about this a feast right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I was just saying that's how you that's a part of the ceremony of the reverence.
Yeah. And in particular, I'm referring to the wedding, that wedding ceremony. When you go into the ceremony in Matthew, the 22nd chapter, you go into a wedding feast. That's what it is, a feast. The Lord mentioned that in Proverbs, the 9th chapter. He killed this. Well, that's in Matthew, the 22nd chapter, and it's also mentioned in Proverbs, the 9th chapter. He got this and that, the sides, so on and so forth. Go ahead, though.
This is Esther chapter 9 and verse 19. It says, therefore the Jews of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting, and a good day, and of sending portions one to another. Verse 20, over in Esther 9, it says, and Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Which was what, like 127 provinces,
states,
you know, like which are like states. You know, America has 50 provinces, it's 50 states.
Both nigh and far. Verse 21.
That was a lot of gifts being sent out.
Chapter 9 verse 21, it says, to establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month of God, and the 15th day of the same yearly. Verse 22, that's in chapter 9 verse 22. It says, and the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another and gifts to the poor. This is verse 23.
Bring it back one more time.
Come. This is Esther chapter 9 and verse 22. It says, as the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which were turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another and gifts to the poor.
And that's to be kept yearly.
That's it.
You know, in commemoration of the Purim, like you said. Okay, and you know what I'm saying, the sacrifice that Esther took as well as Mordecai, you know what I'm saying, is to be commemorated. It literally says that in the NLT, in the next verse, you're on 22, right?
Yes.
You can read it, Bible Kushai, in the NLT, just 23 in the NLT, you got it? I got it for you. It says, so the Jews accepted Mordecai's proposal and adopted this annual custom. That's what it says. Annual, meaning yearly.
Right. Like I said, it's like a high holy day. It's similar to the Passover. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's, like I was saying, the majority of our high holy days, they like that. Like, what's that one that Maccabees Bakar? With the
Hanukkah.
the dedication, the temple, the renewal of the temple. You know what I'm saying? So majority of our high holy days, they like similar. You know what I'm saying?
And also to make mention too, the scriptures talk about, it's in Judges, I forgot what chapter, so like you, but it say how we rehearse the righteous acts.
Judges
That's
5:11.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, 5.
I just read it the other day, but yeah, Judges
I
5:11.
had to bring that up for
You
you.
know, because
You want to get it?
right now, yeah, can we grab it? Because right now that's what we're doing. We rehearsing the righteous acts. So in the kingdom, we gonna keep all the high holy days perfect, man. And it's gonna be new high holy days, man. Because this what we gonna do when this place get destroyed. We gonna rejoice and be glad, man. We gonna rejoice the downfall of this place, man.
Well, that's why it says that it should be no more said about the deliverance out of Egypt, but from the deliverance of the north, you know, and this is going to be our joy is going to be, our sorrow is going to be turned to joy from right now to the kingdom of heaven. So this is going to be a new high holy day in the kingdom of heaven.
Because even in that Judges 5 and 11, when you go to the word rehearse, it goes to the word reaccount. So we're literally reaccounting the accounts that was already written. Like we literally going back to the accounts where the Lord delivered, you know, us out of different situations. Like the brother just read the scripture. It was literally multiple nations about to come and slay us. You know, most of the southern kingdom. And the Lord delivered us, you know, out of that situation. Through Mordecai, you know, the Mordecai gave the commandment to Esther. Esther performed the commandment, and the Lord delivered us out that situation.
And I got a quick piece of real quick, just Xerxes input on this high holy day. This is the additions to the additions to Esther, the 7th chapter. It say I'm gonna start at verse 20. It say, and ye shall abide them even the same day, being the 13th day of the 20th month Adar, they may be avenged on them who in the time of their affliction shall set upon them, for the Almighty Most High have turned to joy unto them the day wherein the chosen people shall have perished. You shall
because like you say, we should have had perished, you know. But why did the Lord do that? To show His power, to show His power to get His glory through His people. So with that being said, that's why it's a feast. That's why it's a high holy day to always be remembered for generations, because it's an act of the Lord where He showed His power, where He showed His glory to worship Him, man.
It say, and you shall therefore among your solemn feasts keep it in a high holy day, a high day with all feasting.
Right, because this was serious. The Lord was literally about to use these heathens to come and literally slay a mass number of Jews, man. Was detrimental to the whole nation.
And one of the 3 days they kept was the Sabbath. Like the 14th day, that's a Sabbath. You know, but
every high holy day is a Sabbath. So every high holy day in the kingdom is gonna be a Sabbath ceremony. How we blow the trumpet, how we all come up, touch the Torah, How about Shemal Shai Barakia? You know what I'm saying? You say your name and how Bun, Gad, and so on and so forth, man. It's gonna be an actual ceremony that we gonna perform every Sabbath. Every Sabbath.
Mm.
I'm saying,
The whole nation.
yes. It's every Sabbath though.
It say you shall therefore among your solemn feasts.
What verse you on?
Verse 22. I had two more verses.
Finish that out, but I want you to jump up in that chapter.
Okay, come. You shall therefore among your solemn feasts keep it in a high day with all feasting, that both now and hereafter there may be safety to us and the well affected Persians, but to those which do conspire against us a memorial of destruction. Therefore, every city and country whatsoever which shall not do according to these things shall be destroyed without mercy with fire and sword, and shall be made not only impassable for man, but also most hateful to wild beasts and fowls forever.
It's gonna be a desert.
Right, and this a heathen. He said, if you don't keep this high holy day, this is what's gonna happen to you, man. You know that's how much zeal he had for this high holy day, man. So how much more for us, man? You know?
Yeah, because that's the spirit. Every high holy day is really symbolic of the Passover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's when the Lord basically got us deliverance from our enemies. That's what will happen all that spirit.
That's
high
the
holy
top.
days.
That's the top example.
Yeah.
All the other holy days come after. Like,
Because that's what you reference on the high holy day.
Yeah.
The Passover. You do a Passover ceremony. You don't do a Purim ceremony or a Feast of Tabernacles ceremony or a Hanukkah ceremony. It all go back to Egypt. Ancient Egypt. So you're doing a Sabbath, a Passover ceremony.
Yeah, it was the greatest of the deliverances for the nation of Israel. That's why this one was surpassed that the old,
Right.
Egypt.
Which the brother before you
No. I want the brother to go up in that chapter, but if you want to get there,
No.
I can get that to you real quick. This is Judges 5.
Right, because the point is, we rehearsing right to that. That's why the brother before he even mentioned that scripture, right? Because we can't keep the law perfectly. Because if we were to keep the law perfectly, then what? And see, that's why we thankful we're not under the law. Because according to the law, you get a lamb or a year old without blemish, look, set them to the side, so on and so forth, man. Jake know how the law goes.
If I could add real quick, the law is significant because, like it says in the book of Galatians, that's the schoolmaster to bring us close to Yahweh Shai. We're not able to keep the law right now. That's why that new covenant is so important. And for all you camps pushing that we in the new covenant, it's a clear indicator that you're going the hell off. You know, to bridge that gap between the imperfections we got being in this flesh, that emphasis is put on Yahweh Shai.
That's the scriptures. This is Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers.
Yeah, the day that are delivered, that's going into the elect. Because that's the only ones that are going to be delivered from the noise of archers. And the noise of archers is symbolic for the ICBM. You know what I'm saying? This is prophesied in the Holy Scripture to destroy Babylon the Great, aka America. So they that are delivered from that particular location, from the noise of archers, right? The noise of archers is this place. The ones that delivered is the elect. Go ahead.
In the places of drawing water.
The place of drawing water represents America, which was and is a place of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Which was and is a place of slavery. So that's what that place of drawing water represents.
Because Egypt go back to what? It means what?
Montezarium, double straits.
Straits, bondage, etc. Like the brother said. Here we in bondage, and it's drawing water is a form of servitude. You know, it says, "There shall they rehearse there." In the land of the captivity, they should remember.
Right, in Babylon the Great, that's the there where it's talking about where we gonna rehearse.
Yep.
Right.
The righteous acts.
The righteous acts. You know, the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying?
Even
that's like we doing right now. We rehearsing the what it says.
It says the righteous acts
The righteous
of the Lord.
acts of the Heavenly Father, right? So this a righteous act in the eyes of the Heavenly Father because the Heavenly Father commanded us. You know what I'm saying? Every land where we go, we supposed to keep it as a statute. In this generation, brothers know the scriptures, man.
That's it. It says, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel, then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
And what I was wanting to say, when you rehearsing something, you're doing it so that you can reach perfection, which the kingdom is when we're going to reach perfection. It's like a movie producer. You know, they rehearsing until that actual movie day where they're going to play it all through.
Right, because that's the spirit you say that, right? Because that's what the apostles on the say. That's why we, even though we peasants, we being taught how to think like royalty. You know what I'm saying? Which is like really a rehearsal, even in that. You know what I'm saying? In that area. You know what I'm saying? The way that we think. Because that's how we gonna be thinking in the kingdom. So the Lord is preparing us for how we go for rulership. You know what I'm saying? We rehearsing how to think. That's how we supposed to think. But right, because what does our thinking consist of? A ruler class mentality.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
So the word rehearse in the Hebrew it says to recount, rehearse, tell again. It says celebrate, praise, commemorate. Okay? So like the brother said, man, that's what we're doing. It even says in the Edamon to practice. Okay, and each and every year that's what we're doing. You know, to practice. That's what we're telling it to the youth that's coming up so they can be taught it. You see what I'm saying? That the new believers and those that's coming into the fold. Okay? And like the brother said, it's supposed to be commemorated each year, annually.
And if I can add to you too, like even the scripture you just pulled out, that was Deborah literally praising Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right, for delivering the Israelites out of another situation where we was into it with the Canaanites and shit.
Yep.
So with that being said, it's kind of like the same situation. You had Mordecai and Esther, and we just brought on judges for Deborah and Barak. But the Lord used Deborah and Barak just as well to deliver us out the hands of the Canaanites. And then Deborah, what she saw prophesying really, in that verse she prophesied. So every high holy day is the Lord delivering us out of the hands of our enemies.
Yeah, because Barak, he was like the general. He was in control of the army. And Deborah, she kind of like put things together, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go over there in the spirit. Every time you can mention this stuff, I'm about to read it again.
Hey, I wanted to add to the brother his definition. He said rehearsal. It says practice for a later public performance. You know, practice for a later public performance. And that later public performance is when we perform in front of the other nations in the kingdom. All right.
Salakia. Bringing out the Salakia.
Finish where you at, get what you want to get, but I want the brother to go back to that chapter you read. Bible Prashad, start up a little bit. I'm gonna tell you where to go.
Rehearse and it's H8565. It's a Tanah to recount or tell again. Because how would we know how to worship these high holy days? How would we know how they came about unless it was accounts that was written that told us the stories about what happened? So therefore we go into this. Yeah, it says to recount or rehearse, tell again.
Which read means back.
Right. And it say lament. One of the definitions is lament. In the West. Most of these accounts, we was in a detrimental situation where the Lord had to come and send somebody to raise them up and deliver us.
That's right, brother.
And in this case, the Lord gonna send Big Bro himself, Yahweh Shah.
With Michael the Archangel.
But that's why it says in Job the 8th chapter about prepare thy soul for the search of thy fathers. You see, we search the scriptures and we see how the men of the Lord operated, and now we see how we gotta operate, man. We see the mindset that we have to have and the faith that we have to continue to believe even when things is bleak. Because a lot of times, men was praying and had faith that they were gonna be delivered. And they was in dire situations, man.
Facts.
That's lucky.
Can I get this account by
go.
Hey, brother, go back to where you at 16, and I want you to start up a little higher. I want you to start at verse 10.
This is Jeremiah.
No additions.
I mean Salakia. I'm tweaking. Additions to Esther chapter 7, verse 10. It said, for Ammon, a Macedonian,
Who
the
is it?
son
Amen.
Ammon,
Yep. Go ahead.
the son of
A Macedonian.
yeah,
It's like
a
from
Macedonian.
Macedon. It's like Alexander, because they was all relatives. They was all of the same lineage, the same bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Agag and Ammon and because he even mentioned that in Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? All them is Edomites, man.
That's right. Start at 10 and read to 15. Go ahead.
The son of Amadatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persians' blood, a far distance from our goodness, and as a stranger received of us, has so far forth obtained the favor that we show towards every nation, as that he was called our father and was continually honored of all men as the next person unto the king.
Yep, keep going.
But he, not bearing his great dignity, went about to deprive us of our kingdom and life.
Bring that back one more time.
But he, not bearing his great dignity,
Yep.
went about to deprive us of our kingdom and life.
So this is what he set out to do, to deprive the Israelites of our kingdom and our livelihood, man. Trying to cut us off, like it says in Psalm the 83rd chapter. Okay.
I was gonna say, because when you read Micah the 2nd chapter, it said he oppresses a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
Right. You know, so even though it mentioned that he was honored of all men, he sat next to the king. It said what? But he, not bearing his great dignity, went about to deprive us of our life, our kingdom and our life, man. That's the same statement the brother Thamjai said when he came in. He tried to cut us off, man. He want to kill me. You know, that's what he's trying to do, and this is what this devil's trying to do again today.
Right, because the dude out of Xerxes, Xerxes the first, the brother said he was a Persian. He was being manipulated by the devil. You know what I'm saying? By Esau Edom to deceive him, which the scripture referred to this devil, the old serpent, the dragon, the devil, roughly paraphrasing in Revelation. So, because the heathens, they ain't on that shit. They just want to chill. They ain't on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that right there show you that was Esau, man. Because what did he say?
He manipulated them, right? Because when you go into the book of Esther, right? Haman basically he was trying to manipulate him, right? Because and that's when the Lord had deceived his ass, because he had King Esther told him and only the king come to throw a feast for you. He thought he was somebody, right? That nigga really thought he had the motherfucking gallows, the thing 50 things high, ready to hang Mordecai, because he thought he was about to get honored. Just like when he thought he was about to get honored, when Artaxerxes was asking him, what did you do for an individual who saved your life and who did this? He was like, I'll give him a gold chain and walk him by the thing in the horse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was all for us, man. You know?
Exactly, and that's what ended up happening. All that ended up going to Mordecai, and his ass
he
got
thought it was for him.
Right.
Keep reading.
With
Keep
his
reading.
sons.
Right.
Keep reading. Go to
Yeah, because with his sons, because that's what you do. You get rid of the lineage. You know
Everybody
what I'm
that
saying?
pee against the wall.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
All the sons. That's what you get rid of. Get rid of that line, which the line didn't go away because it was obviously other Edomites on the planet. But the point is, that's how you do it.
Exactly. The Lord killed him and his family.
Yeah.
Verse 13, it says, having by the fold and cunning deceits. It's like, having by manifold and cunning deceits.
Talking about Haman.
So,
that's that trickery. Okay. Go ahead.
Saw us the destruction as well of Mordecai.
Yep.
It say, who saved our life, and continually procure our good, as also a blameless as a partaker of our kingdom with their whole nation. For by these means he thought finding us destitute of friends, to have translated the kingdom of the Persians to the Macedonians.
Yeah, that's what Xerxes was talking about. This demon. Haman. You know?
Get that last verse. I mean, 15.
Verse 15.
15 and 16.
Yeah,
Verse 15, it say, but we find that the Jews whom the wicked wretch have delivered to utter destruction are no evildoers, but live by most just laws.
Right. And that's talking about us. Because everybody on this planet Earth, especially the heathens in particular, that's going to happen again. Because that's what Esau doing. He putting out a proclamation. Well, at least if he ain't doing it, he doing it though. The 20 summits and the motherfucking the international laws and these motherfucking maritime laws and all this. You know what I'm saying? Read that part again. What you read?
It say, but we find that the Jews,
right?
Whom this wicked wretch have delivered to utter destruction,
The Israelites, right?
are no evil doers, but live by most just laws.
Right. So everybody gonna come to the realization, in particular, like I said, the heathens, and that's what's gonna make them point the finger at this devil. Because you really the blame. You really the culprit. You the problem.
We're waking up to it right now.
They gonna come to the realization. Well, hold on. They said, hold on, don't report. They can't read. Like I've been putting in the group. The brother say some shit that I say that this shit read. This shit this shit read right here. You hear what I'm saying? So don't be women on women relations. The heathens coming to the realization they're like that shit read. That shit read. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no women over men. That shit read. Cause the heathens they promote that in their country already.
They promote something. They hold like some of our laws dear to them already in their land.
They already believe in patriarchy. Yep. See, this society right here, this society is a matriarchy.
That's right.
That's the right word. That's
what they do.
Yeah.
And if I can add to you, it mentioned it called the laws just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which just means righteous.
That's it.
That's another word for righteous. The word just. We're talking about use a just lot. Yeah. For an example, righteous lot. That's what the word just go into, like righteous.
Yep, that other scripture that talk about the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So just added to the brother point, he said that they are no evildoers but live by most just laws. Okay? And so like you said, the world is waking up to that you need to adhere to the scriptures, man. All right? They're waking up to Esau being the culprit, the problem. Okay? What's the scripture first about the hammer of the whole earth? Okay? Hold on, let me get that next verse and then you got it. Yeah. And this brother got a precept too. Hold on. Hit 16 and then go ahead. That because I got it.
And that they be the children of the Most High and most mighty living God who have.
Or if I can say something real quick, because Haman, he told Xerxes that it was a certain people that was basically had evil laws, and like he tried to make it seem like there was a threat to his kingdom. Like these people was a threat to his kingdom, right? So therefore it would make King Xerxes be like, what? Well, get rid of them niggas, handle them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that was the deception behind Haman telling, like, yeah, it's a certain people. He ain't specifically say it was the Jews. You know what I'm saying? It was a certain people. They keeping certain laws. They don't read. You know what I'm saying? He trying to. So go ahead.
Same thing what happened when they were rebuilding the temple, rebuilding the wall. Right. They wrote letters like, man, did you not read the records that if they get them? You know, they get to do what they're gonna rebel. Right. All right. So Esau, a real thing is us coming back to our power. You know, and they're afraid of that. You know, and they're not afraid of the Crips and the Bloods. They're afraid of the men of the Lord calling themselves Israelites. Calling themselves the children of the Most High.
Right. Yeah.
Kyle was gonna say, cause Esau know as long as we away from our power, he believed that would keep him in power forever. But then he'll go to the other nations like, yeah, you know, we gotta keep them. We gotta be confederate against them because that's how we all gonna remain in power. But in Esau's mind, It's for him to be at top at the end, and not even the rest of these nations.
We also talk about how we laid our bodies on the ground for the nations to walk over us. You know, and these other nations came in the swords. All right, those who are making money off of us, they're not saying nothing. But then you got the ones who say, look, you talk about all this shit about us. That's how you treat the fucking Negroes over there, man. You want some human rights and crimes against humanity and all that. Hey, but y'all out there shooting. Y'all have y'all law officers out there hunting down fucking Jake, man. All right, that's what we're talking about in Jeremiah 51, about how it's talking about how the nations have drunken of the cup and they're mad, man. All right, and it's crazy as shit. All right, that's why if you're talking about we can't look to another nation to save us, man. All right, the other nations have all gotten a part of our goddamn spoils, man. You know, you really gonna trust fucking Ishmael and fucking Elam and shit, man. Shit go off, man. You gonna be running Ishmael crib?
Niggas be going to the store, assalamu alaikum, and Ishmael like
man.
in his mind.
Here they are. They don't drink. They don't smoke.
Y'all weird.
Right? But yet, when you go to these stores, they got all the pork skins, all the shit that Jake is not supposed to have, man.
That's right.
You know?
The cigarettes, they selling tobacco.
Come on, man. Loose squares, man.
Smoke. Lucy's.
And they live next to Esau.
$3 for $4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Philly
They sell these
Ten
pork
blunts
bacon.
for $2, man.
Yeah.
You get, 5 blunts for fucking $2, man.
They also prostitute our daughters.
Come on, man. I know specifically in Chicago, man. Y'all probably been on House or whatever. Ishmael, Ishmael and a bunch of fucking thick ass, fine ass nigga women, man. All right, getting paid cash money on the table. All right, and I specifically heard them talk about just give it to me, as in like, give me what you gonna give me, and I'll just pay you back later, man. They're getting squares, they're getting drink, diapers, you know.
Hey, I want to say this real quick. A lot of Ishmael, they married to the Keishas in the hood. That's right. And then when they people come over there, they'll get a divorce from Keisha and have their peoples marry Keisha, just so they can like
get citizenship.
Yeah, but you got to select it, bro.
I actually heard a woman tell me that. She said she married to an Arab guy. She never have sex with him. She just with him for citizenship.
Yeah.
You know, and they got that deal amongst themselves. Yep. But what I was gonna say is that we know the state is a nation by the condition of its women. So the fact that our women are behind the counters at these different bodegas and stores and this, that, and the other with these heathens, and that's how they get ahead. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what I want to focus on. What I want to focus on, flipping it back on Esau, the fact that he going down, and this is a sign that he going down, because like the brother said, he called him Brad. Hey, their women are choosing the Israelite men. Okay? You know, and so that's a sign that he's going down. All right, now I want y'all brothers to get y'all priests, because I know y'all holding them. Y'all the Kazakh brothers, y'all got it, man.
Hey, grab that real quick.
You know, but that's a sign that he's going down, man. Yes, and it's how about you know what I'm saying? Hey, get that sword 25.
That's what he got.
Yeah,
This is Sirach 25 and 7. It says there be 9.
A little louder, huh?
This is Sirach 25 and 7. It says there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the downfall of his enemies.
Right, that's right, and that's what's going on now, man. We seeing the downfall of our enemies, like perfect example, like the brother said. The woman is coming to the Israelite man. You know, the economy, you know, is trash. You know, hey, oh shit, when we went to Chicago, they said it used to be lights all up and down the streets, man. We went there, it looked like it was a regular day. Like it was the mirth for the land is gone. These are signs of that our enemy's kingdom is coming to an end, man.
Hey, and these other nations, they start. I remember like growing up that America really did what they wanted to do, and nobody saying anything about it. Now these other nations who were once looked at as weak, they bucking up against America. Esau hitting them niggas with sanctions, and they saying, nigga, fuck your sanctions, nigga. We gonna still do what we want to do. Why? Because the Lord, he literally leveled the playing field, man.
And like I just said, it said, happy is he to live to see a fall versus his enemies. We live in glorious times right now, man. You know, this is the best time to be alive, man. Hey, like I say, Yahweh Shah told the disciples, many kings and prophets desire to see the things that you see. You know, these are things the prophets are all been prophesying about since the beginning, man. You can grab this real quick.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 16.
That's right.
It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall.
And that's what be going on now. The righteous are seeing the fall of our enemy, man. Hey, did all types of how about you before our faces, man.
Hey, the fact that we able to do this, the fact that we able to go to the highways and hedges, man, and prophesy against this devil, okay, on a network he created. Okay, and look, this is a prime example. Okay, back in the day we couldn't do this. Okay, he would grab everybody up and throw them on trees. But now look at us now, man.
Right.
Okay.
And what was that, a Rockefeller or somebody? It was an Edomite that said the worst thing they did was create the internet.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That was the worst thing you did. You should have never gave these to the
But
public.
it was all prophecy.
Right.
They couldn't. Ain't no way you could resist.
We talking about how he dug a ditch,
Yeah.
right, and he gonna fall in it.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
This is somewhat along what you said. This is Psalms 9 and 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken.
Wait a minute, same with Haman, man. Haman wanted Mordecai to be cast on the gallows. All right, and what happened to Haman, man? Hey, the thing that Esau desired to happen to us is the same thing gonna happen to him. That's why we gotta be careful amongst ourselves about how we judge ourselves. All right, because we gotta be careful about not being a Haman, man. All right, because the things that we desire to have, or things that we think we want to happen to people, all right, the Lord be like, no, this gonna happen to you. All right, so you know, Esau is gonna be taken in the same scenario. Look, Apostle Roman said when it first came, man, Esau ain't that smart. He just goes with what works. All right, you run a pick and roll, right? That way shit works every time.
Rudimentary.
Why would I go through a motherfucking, a fucking high-low screen? You know what I mean? If I got a fucking big man over here running the ball and shit, and you block it for him, like, why would I fucking throw a pass? All right, Esau ain't done nothing. The only thing that changed was the times, man.
All right.
The technology.
And that's it. Everything remains the same. All right, Esau has gotten our people hooked on drugs and gangs. All right, and all the other things. But now, guess what? They're on opioids.
Yep.
They got motherfuckers in fucking Omaha, Nebraska, or
because the curse is coming on them.
That's right.
What I was just saying, the curse is being
Right.
37.
Right.
I watched the movie Dope Sick. That's the majority of the. I say all majority. I say a majority. 95% of the motherfuckers who are addicted to over-the-counter prescription drugs.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I'm talking about these strong, potent drugs like what's that one drug? You talking about one that's on the show? Yeah, called
Valium.
V. No, not Valium. It's another drug. It started with O. Yeah, Oxy. Oxycontin. You know what I'm saying? Oxycontin. You know what I'm saying? That drug right there. Esau is predominantly addicted to it, right? But you have certain Jakes that's addicted to it, right? But guess what? When you watch the series, the Jakes was the only ones can break the addiction. The Edomites couldn't. They too weak. The Jakes. I'm like, cause when I seen this, I'm like, damn, that's spiritual. So hold on. All you motherfucking Edomites, y'all going to rehab, leaving rehab, go back to use that shit, go back to rehab. There's a Jake, he just stopped on his own.
Right, that's the spirit. They'll sit here and send you sending their children, all right, or whatever, to fucking Mayo clinics and Betty Ford clinics. Hey, that shit cost like a college tuition, man. All right, but you got Jake, and they were like, damn, I lost my wife, I lost my kid, and they'll stop. You don't need no goddamn $30,000-$40,000 to go to an in-house outpatient treatment to get right, you know?
Yeah, because that's a testament to the prophecy about us. One people shall be strong. That's just a testament to the prophecy about Israel, man.
Hey,
we stronger mentally, physically. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't wooed, but I'm like, yo,
I was like kind of like, yeah, Jake, we know how to do that shit. All y'all Edomites, y'all sprung out on that shit. Jake coming up talking to them niggas like, yeah, I got off of it. Y'all still stuck on that shit.
Well,
Even with the weaponized drug that they fucking use against Drake, the crack epidemic. Yeah, you motherfuckers now look. Yeah, now y'all hooked to opioids. Jake off that shit. Jake don't smoke. That's a old time. That's a small number of niggas who smoke crack now.
Because they seen the effect of what it did to their parents. You know, they seen what it did to their community. And a lot of Jake, you know what I'm saying, that had their parents that grew up and stuff over there that participated in that. Hey man, they didn't want to emulate that, man. It was frowned upon, so to speak, man. And it still is today. But look who on it now. So that same like the brother brought it out, you know what I'm saying, that same pit that he did, hey man, he found himself in. Same with the feminism. You see what I'm saying?
Right, and shit, and Esau's world doing coke and shit. That's like smoking cigarettes.
That's a rich man's drug. You know what I'm saying? That Quaaludes. That's what I back for you was born. Quaaludes. That back folk. That brother from Car Boy got down the Quaaludes. But you know what a Quaalude is? That's a prescription. It's a prescription. It ain't a motherfucking shit that a nigga pressed up and mixed together. These niggas is selling that shit over the counter.
Well, shows you that it's not a Jake problem. Cause Jake ain't barely got a fucking insurance, man.
Right.
All right, Esau really goes to fucking Esau to get his goddamn prescription drugs, man.
Right.
You know, Jake got a fucking lie. He got like, oh, this is a pain level 10.
Yeah.
You know, for him to get shit that's gonna heal them, man. Esau is going, hey, just give me this, man.
Yep.
And they're gonna give it to him.
And if I may, and you could tell by the words that he's a damn devil. When we was under that shit, it was war on drugs. Right? But now when he's under that shit, they need help. You know what I'm saying? They need to go to hospitals instead of prisons. It's a damn devil, man. It's a crisis for them, but it was a crisis for us, though, man. You know, but they didn't see that. They wanted to put our ass in jail, man.
Well, all of that, the Heavenly Father haven't forgot. He said in Ecclesiastes 3 and 15, he required that which is past.
Yep.
So all of that, those different trickeries and traps he tried to snare us in, hey, just like we keep going back to this account, he's going to fall therein, man. Go ahead, man.
I got a quick precept. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 27 and 26. The point is in 29, it reads, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein.
Because I want to say this too, and this is facts. When you go into the history of opiates, how did it come to America so hard? Because at one point in time, Jakes was addicted to opioids in like New York. But then in 2001, 2002, opioids hit America hard because he went over there to Afghanistan and brought it back and put it in the Jake's communities. All right, but he thought it was going to destroy Jake. And I was just talking to this Edomite chick. She just turned herself into a clinic to try to get clean. But they found she was just doing opioids right before she went in, she said, and they found a trace of this chemical. It was on my mind what the chemical was that they found in her system. And that chemical is used to put down dogs at a vet.
Hey, you got fucking Esau taking fucking elephant tranquilizers. Boy tranquilizers, man. All right, like what niggas you know who are like, damn, I'm gonna take a fucking drug that fucking knock down the elephant.
And then what's the name of the stuff that they put into all restaurants? Because I think it's called Narcan. Like, you know, to where, because so many Edomites overdosing, so you gotta have it on hand.
Yeah, you take it in the heart.
Yeah, to pretty much revive them.
That's a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah.
That's what Narcan is.
But that goes to show you, man, like I said, you know, these Edomites are falling. I was gonna say this too, because I have worked with a lot of Jakes that you could tell probably used, or they'll tell you they used, but they don't let Jake see. Jake don't let it stop them from doing their job. Esau don't work off that shit. Esau be done. He be in the streets with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
like the brother said, one nature stronger than the other. Yeah. Right? Because people talking about how Esau talking about he ain't he too proud of bed and the dig he can't. All right, Esau ain't built to handle stress, man. That's why they turn to drugs, man. Jumping out buildings, man. Come on, man. These ain't cutting no grass, man. That sun too hot. He ain't climbing up fast, trimming down.
Look at Abel. I mean, look at Cain when he was crying to the Lord. This is too much for me to bear.
Right.
Hey, look, Esau with the red pottage. I'm home. I'm faith. Get some closing precepts, brother.
I still have some more on this.
Go ahead,
Put on us to go upside his head.
They call it what? A rod of iron.
Who got some precepts?
No, I was still finishing up. 27. It's a Sirach 27 and 27 and 27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. And Esau, he cast the words of Yahweh Shem Shah behind him. The words of Yahweh Shem Shah is not in all his thoughts, man. So therefore, he's outside the temple. He's not gonna do the things that's that's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shah. So therefore, he's not gonna know when the destruction cometh, because he gonna be the one that fucking do the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it says 28, mockery and reproach are from the proud. And we know Esau is the proud, man, according to the scriptures. But vengeance as a lion shall lie and wait for them. 29 is the point.
If I may, who's coming back as a lion?
Yahweh Shah. That's right.
But also that mockery, though. Also that mockery is a big thing. They call themselves the Israelites. They call themselves the Jews. Right? They say what? He can't have a father, Most High as a father, man. But they say what? They say they're esteeming our lives as counterfeit. All right? And Esau mad. Esau mocking us. All right? Because he believes he is those people. All right? But at the end of the day, he's fighting against it because he knows he's not the people. Like how deranged you gotta be to fight on both sides. And that's why he do the things he does. All right. Hey, the Lord don't do what. Hey, the Lord only dealing with the elect. He ain't dealing with the fucking 2/3, man. All right. He ain't trying to build up an army for the 2/3 to fight against us. It's not gonna work. Only Esau and his cohorts and the 2/3, they're gonna fight just because they're opposite of what the Lord is, man. Esau's the same way, man. All right. You can't give Esau no goddamn pass, man. And this dude is a goddamn piece of shit, man.
So one more.
Everything he says is a goddamn lie. All right? He said what? He's straight from the womb. I'm speaking lies. Come on, man. Hey, this dude sat here and got established in 19. My mama is older than the state of fucking Israel. And you tell me you're an Israelite? You know what I'm saying?
1948.
Come on, man. My mom born in 1948. You mean tell me that you're an Israelite in 1948 when my mom was a fucking Negro in it, but you're still an Israelite?
So
Make it make sense, man.
I'm about to close with this precept. This Jeremiah 50 and 24. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught because thou hast striven against the Lord. So ultimately, that the Lord, Esau been in a snare since he received the blessing. All right, he received the sword as his blessing, man. That was the snare right there, man. Because man, you live by it, you die by it. So man, the Lord got this devil in a trick bag, and guess what, man? He's gonna be found, man. Ultimately, because he have striven against Yahweh Shem Shah. So close out, huh?
So Lord, one of the better found with that we'll close out, giving all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakodash.
If we're honest to the apostles, elders, the great millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. With that, Shalom, and Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Hell yeah, free night.
We'll catch up with a little extra late.
I'm
I wish he had. I wish he had.
No, bro. I read between. I felt it.
I was ready. I was.
You back from
Somebody just went in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk.
I got a lot of that work, but I was going to can I leave that stuff in the dryer and then come pick it up?
I'm gonna put it in the bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when it's done, I'll just throw it in the bag. So, you know, we can be washing it. Washing the shit. Just let me know when you come home.
Yeah, man. Hard, bro. I'm gonna take care of this. I get paid tomorrow. I'm gonna take care of that shit first thing in the morning. The car broke down in the snow and shit. I had to pay my brother like $100 to take me to work. I'm gonna take care of that shit tomorrow. Yeah, to take me to from work. The car broke down while I was in the No, for the whole week. But tomorrow I get paid. I'm probably have to pay around $9,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. What's wrong with it?
The wheel, the control arms.
Okay.
Control arm shot.
You going this way?
Go back.
I get on my three, so like I ain't even there. I'm gonna call you.
Because I'm going to drop off with some
I'm gonna do that shit for tomorrow.
Hey, Shalaki, I want to say this too, to brothers, man. Again, bro, with brothers being more brotherly, man. Brothers be acting weird, bro. Brothers gotta start being brotherly, man. Brothers be hesitant being brothers, man. I gotta just say that, man. I was calling certain brothers brothers was stuttering. They ain't know what to say. Y'all know the situation I'm talking about. We don't gotta go into it, but the Lord, he be documenting that, man. Brothers think they know the scriptures, they got the breakdowns, and that's just all to it. No, man, it's more than that, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Somebody got some oil in the way?
I got some. I got two down here.
No, man. Hey, Kadash, you got some oil?
Brother saying they got some.
I got two down here.
Oh,
There's one right there on the counter. There's one over here.
Oh, yeah. But no, you can open it like y'all. I did want some. You in the spirit. You definitely in the spirit.
Let me see that. Let me see that. There's one right there. I think I got another. I got some.
She sold it? She about to move out. I seen her at the gas station. She ain't know this week. I know it was her. Oh, right there on motherfucking Superior. You know, right there. The cheap. But she was looking at me like, I'm gonna kind of right there. The other night, actually. Yeah, she sold that motherfucker. You feel me? Yeah, jump on it immediately.
I just want to add to your point. You know, like the scripture says, there's no greater love than for a man to lay his life down for his friend. So that's the mindset you got to have in this thing. You know, esteem the next man greater than thyself.
That's what I've been trying to find. He's saying it too. It's a token. You feel me? To who you are, you know what I'm saying? As a man, because the scriptures say, the scriptures tell you that, then shall you know they're a man by the way that they love one another. You know what I'm saying? That's a token.
Walk, really. Even though spending on kitchen. I'm about to be Riley's on 117th right there on Superior. About working out there. Ain't about to pay that for gas. I ain't paying shit. Fuck me. I'm about to work at Riley's. I'm about to be locked. It's right there. Oh, my brother there.
That's right.
If he wasn't there, I wouldn't give a fuck about that rally. You know, yeah. If he wasn't there,
You good?
Slide back. No.
Oh, you got it.